All right. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh, man. That's not what I want. Hold on, y'all. All right. Hey. Okay. We are ready. What's up, y'all? Hey. All right. Let's begin. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozine. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, 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 Collective. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is truly appreciated. Thank you for all the tips, the shares, the donations, the support in many different ways. It is truly, truly, truly appreciated. All right. Before we get into this read, don't forget to grab this copy of this book here. It is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It was created by me to help and assist the collective with your healing path or your healing journey. All right. Thank you so much for your immense support surrounding all of my publications that I have created. All right. This book is readily available for purchase on Amazon.com. All right. Thank you so much. Wisdom Beyond Wounds is the name of the group. All right, let's get into this read. Channel message here is they picked the right bone and got demolished. They picked the right bone and got demolished, okay? So, a narcissist studies people the way a predator studies their terrain or their environment, okay? They believe every person has a weak point or a weak spot that they can successfully exploit, control, or break down. What narcissistic fools tend to miscalculate is the difference between someone who bends and someone who can turn pressure into power. So they think that because so I'll put it this way, they're looking at you as like a bag of bones, right? And a bag of bones in a relation or a connection to how a narcissist perceive others is that a bag of bones can do a few various things for them. Number one, they can create tricks or play games with these bones. Stick with me. The next thing that they can do with bones as well too is that they could more so comb through it to see what lies that they can find within bones. This is why people may tend to use this term, there are bones in this, or there are skeletons in the closet, or there are bones in the closet. And when we hear that term, we normally respond or resonate with someone hiding something within the closet. Hopefully that makes sense, or hiding something within the bones. So again, the channel message here is they picked the right bone and they got demolished. They think that your bones or your bag of bones, basically who you are, the DNA and the makeup of who you are, is not true. It's false. They don't think that you have the ability to change or shift. They think, or they still feel that you're still in the same space where they left you at. This is more so from how they perceive you. So they're trying to go back into the past or the bones where they think or assume that you may have left behind or that you may have buried. And they think that there is some form of truth or more so lies within the bones that you may have just basically kind of left behind. So they assumed you would fracture under pressure. Okay. So from their perspective, the narcissist perspective, targeting you felt very strategic. Okay. They believed they had identified the right bone to pick on you or to pick with, the exact emotional pressure that would cause you to collapse, apologize, or actually shrink. Narcissists operate through intimidation and psychological pressure. expecting you to fold so they can claim dominance. So when they target, so the person that you, so who they target, meaning you here, instead of, Lord, give me a second. Hold on, I'm tongue-tied my words. It's Monday. We got Mercury retrograde and all this crazy shit going on. Then you got Pisces and retrograde. There's a whole bunch of, give me a moment. Let me find my words. Okay. They thought that they have targeted you, right? So instead of them targeting you, you stood firm, okay? You spoke truth and you exposed the manipulation, which collapses their entire strategy. So your resistance shattered their illusion of control. Hey, so narcissists rely on the belief that they cannot or they can dominate the narrative and the person simultaneously. When you refuse to submit, their attacks backfire. The very bone they thought that they would be able to crack becomes the structure that broke the grip on the situation. Okay. Now their aggression is really revealed through their insecurities and their attempt to dominate, expose their weaknesses, meaning their bones. Okay. So let me give you an example. A narcissistic coworker spreads rumors throughout the environment, the co-working environment, believing it was supposed to isolate you and basically destroy your credibility within the environment of the work setting. Now, instead of you reacting emotionally or begging people to believe you or to take your side, you just continue to just do what you need to do, meaning you just come in, you work, and then you leave. You're not really worrying about gossip, high school gossip surrounding a workplace. So the rumors begin to look desperate. The narcissist looks unstable, and the very conflict that they started becomes the moment that dismantles their reputation. They thought they chose the right bone to pick when it came to you, but what they actually hit was your backbone. And not a lot of people have backbones, if you catch my drift. There are a lot of people out here that claim that they're very strong or they're very tough or they're very rigid or they're very raw in your face. But when it comes time for someone to hit their backbone, they don't have any, meaning they're falter, they're going to fall away. They may feel like that their back is against the wall. You may hear a crack in your voice. They suddenly become very weakened, if that makes sense. So when they actually hit, what they actually hit was your backbone, but they misjudged where your true strength was. And your true strength is actually in your backbone here. So they weren't able to break you down, or they weren't able to destroy the backbone of who you truly are here. So again, the channel message here is they picked the right bone and they got demolished. This is going to be more of a spiritual message today, but let's get deeper into the deck of my cards. Yay. They picked the right bone. Somebody's nickname could be Bone or Boney. Someone's name could be Bonsen, B-O-N-S-E-N, Bonsen, or Bonds. Someone may need a bond to be bailed out. We do have freedom in reverse. Someone is hard up for money or hard up for finances right now. Someone is going to jail for some form of predatory something. Something predatory that they did. It could be a financial, it could be predatory financial, emotional, physical, mentally, something like that. We're going to dive deeper to see what it is. All right, tell me more about the freedom in reverse. Someone went fishing at the piers this morning or lately, or that's what's been on your mind recently. Or someone could be going to a space or a lake where they gather their thoughts. Someone is in a thought form or a deep thought thinking process, trying to figure out how to pick your bone, and they don't know how to stumble you, how to make you fall, and they don't know how to. You may have been getting up recently around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning or so. And that's because someone was doing some kind of like sleep work on you or dream work on you, or trying to infiltrate your dream state around that time. So someone is like a late they they stay up late. So they're like a night owl. Yeah, you're dealing with a night owl here. Could be a Leo. Justice is in reverse. So you may have had a really strong urge to pray during the hours of 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And whatever you're doing, it's working here. Justice is in reverse for this person, but the lion has came out. You could be the lion, or you could be dealing with a lion or a liar. You could be a Leo sign, or they could be a Leo sign, or someone is bringing forth a lot or trying to bring forth a lot of, we'll say, fiery energy towards you, or energy to a point or space where they want you to more so submit to them or be afraid of what they're doing to you. So someone is doing some kind of prayers on you at night, but specifically around the hours of 2 to 4. And again, you could be getting up unexpectedly at night. You could be sweating a lot at night. You could be having a lot of premonitions in your dreams. You may not be believing what you're seeing in your dreams, but then a couple days later, or maybe a couple hours later, it comes true, or it's manifesting for you to see it actually playing out in real life time. So you need to pay attention to your dream state. Okay, write it down as well. Another strong confirmation I'm receiving is that you may have been feeling like you were falling out the sky as well, like in a dream. So you may have jumped out of your sleep. That's whoever that resonates for. That's a strong indicator here. You need to do some protection work. Someone's name is Frederick, Frederica, Fernandand, Fernandad, Fernandad. Someone lives in Henry County, Hattiesburg, Hatfield, Hatford, Haskell, Haskell, Haskell. Someone's name is Bethany, Beatrice, Khadijah. Someone's name could be Rachel. A lot of names today. A lot of names today. Tell me about this line. Healing in reverse. Whatever you sent back to this person has hit them very hard in their chest, in their head and in their chest. So someone could feel a little delirious, or they may feel like they're in a really deep illusion space or state of things where they can't think or see right. Someone's having issues with their eyesight. Someone's been complaining about their eyesight. Whatever you sent back to them, whatever prayer or mantra that you stated surrounding, may the lies go blind is what I'm hearing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing may their eyes go blind from lies is what I'm hearing. You got healing in reverse. This person can't see, or they're losing their eyesight to see. They kept bothering you, and picking at you, and just kept picking to where you just had whatever prayer, something with a prayer collective that you did recently, lately. It's like they can't, whatever prayers. So you've been in your prayer bag lately, or your manifesting bag lately, or wanting to recite more mantras or affirmations more. It's working. What the hell? Baby, look at y'all. Ooh, y'all out here shaking the table. baby. Yes, you are. Baby. Look. This is death right here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. This is death. Identity is in reverse. This person is unidentifiable, or people can't identify with this person, or they can't connect with this person. Let's dive deeper. People actually warned them to stay away from you or to leave you alone. And the reason being is because other people have noticed that when they say something about you or they do something towards you, that something bad or negative happens in your life. So word around town now is that people need to be mindful as to what they say about you behind your back, what they try to do to you behind your back. You're getting a reputation of not that one, or don't fuck with that one. Okay. Family knew this though. So your gifts has always been, we'll say, gifting when you were pretty young. And we'll say, harmful or abusive things would have happened to you. It would have happened to someone else in the family. I don't think they understood that at that time when it was happening, or maybe you weren't able to connect the dots at that time when it did take place. But as you get older, as you got older and you started to have more, we'll say, more in-depth information or intel surrounding your past, you realize that you're a very strong contender within the spiritual world. I'll put it that way. You have a spiritual rank. Not everybody has a spiritual rank, of course, but some of you guys here, y'all have some pretty strong spiritual rankings that these individuals they weren't aware of. They weren't aware how strong you are in the spirits, but family knew that something was completely different, or something completely, we'll say, off with you. They thought something was off with you because every time, and you may have exhibited a lot of, harmful environments and relationships. Every time something or someone tried to tamper with you, the people around you would get extreme karma, sometimes spot on. But they're realizing this, or they realized this over the years here. Family knew this is why family could not beat you. And family thought it would be wise or best to have outside influences help them internally, and more so within the circle here, to put you in a place where you could not become free. They felt that if you did become free, meaning you be your individual self or individualistic self, that it will put some form of a target on your back. And it's not, because you're not doing anything to anyone. You literally stay out the way. But they thought that other people should be aware as to what they're dealing with when they're coming up against you or towards you here. Well, that's why they picked the right bone. Someone didn't believe what this family member had to say about you, despite the family member may have been pushing them or egging them to come towards you. But because of the turn of the events, and this is real life current time, as to what is happening, they can't believe their eyes. They've never seen, we'll say, such carnage that is happening karmically towards the people that thought that they were much stronger than you here. So it's like they're waving a white flag and they want to get out, or they want to end this whole, thing here. I feel that the family thought, see, there's a family meeting here, family meeting with a couple. So it's a family that met with a couple. An ex is involved and they have their own person that they're dealing with. So this will be the ex and that person, that couple. They're considered a couple. It could be a mother or father, but I don't think so. And the reason being is because there's a family meeting surrounding this. So it's like family is talking to this ex with their person about you in regards to how to do certain things towards you here. Because again, family were aware of your strength, but they couldn't put it into words as to what took place or what could happen if people continue to bother you or mess with you here. A lot of people have passed. So a lot of people have passed in the family. or family and friends. Huh. It seems like this couple is on the chopping block. Huh. These readings getting super deep. They've been getting real deep lately. Okay. Okay. What else? Yeah, this ain't looking good, child. Oh, Lord, child. Ooh. Baby, this ain't looking good at all. This ain't looking good at all. And then we have death. They brought this. They brought this to themselves. They brought this to themselves. They brought this to themselves through jealousy, which was a man-made disaster, because they did not listen. So they partially listened to the family. They had family meetings with a family member. It could be their own family, or it could be your family, or it could be both families, however it resonates. But this couple here took, we'll say, bad advice from this family dynamic here. You know, just watch out for the collective. You can say certain things, you could do certain things, but don't go this route or don't say this. So they did get some form of a warning in regards to just not bothering you, or just to more so leave you alone. And this couple here thought that they could beat the odds. They thought that they can pick your bones. And they thought that they were going to win, or they were going to do whatever they thought that they were going to do towards you. And of course, it did not work in this way. What did work here is that not only did they create a man-made disaster, people are seeing why they did it in the first place, because it was all about jealousy. Jealousy make people do some really strange things. It truly do. We also have land filled here. So this couple here was taking information or advice from this family meeting. And it was like they were filling up the holes. So whatever parts that they weren't aware about you, because you could be a person that's very private in life. You have a private life, you live a private life. And they don't like the fact that your life is very private, because to them, they think your privacy equates to secrecy. And that's not the truth. Secret and private are two different words or two different meanings, if that makes sense. Normally, a person that lives in secret has something to hide. A person who lives in privacy with no secrets, you don't really have anything to hide. You just don't want people to be aware as to what you have going on at that given time, if that makes sense. But anywho, they keep thinking and assuming that because you're living a private life, that you are truly hiding something from them. And you're not really hiding anything, if that makes sense. But anything, or anywho. So whatever we'll say pockets in your life that they're not fully aware about, and these are just examples, of course. Let's say if you're dating, or if you're not dating, if you live by yourself, maybe you do live by yourself, however it resonates. They're thinking, okay, that person may have this, or this person may have that, or whatever here. So what the couple is doing is that they're creating a landfill, or they're filling the holes that they don't think make sense in your life, or more so in your story. And they're filling these holes with a lot of trash, so it can stick, or more so that way it can be very believable by the people that they're speaking about you to. What is happening here is that the more people that they are involving in this whole clownery show, or this foolishness of a show here, is creating more of this. So now people are looking at the couple, because the couple is the one that has been spreading a lot of dirt or trash onto your name. And that trash is now lingering, or that trash is now staying behind them or becoming stagnant on them, to the point here everyone is blaming them for why everyone around them is falling sick, falling ill, losing their job, losing their car. Everybody sees this couple as a fraud. Now that the couple sees that people are staying away from them, because the community of people that were surrounding this couple here actually believed them at one point in time. But when they realized that, when they dive deeper, where they were able to receive the correct information, meaning the community of individuals here, they realized the reason why everything is falling apart in this couple's life here is because they created this man-made disaster surrounding the jealousy that they have for you. Now because the couple is being seen or shown in this way, the couple is now going back to the family, or trying to go back to the family to have another meetup to see why things are happening in the way that it's happening, because the family knows not to pick a certain bone with you, not to cross that threshold with you. They know this. That's why they do things behind your back. You may have even had family said that they were afraid of you in so many words, or in a lack of words, or lack of term, in that kind of way. Or they may have told other people in your presence to stay away from you. Those are all code words here in regards to your spiritual protection that you have, or the whoever's protecting you, however way you guys do your thing, because everybody do something slightly different here, if that makes sense. So with the freedom here, okay, freedom is in reverse. This is why the family try to keep their hands clean, or try to keep themselves out of the equation or situation, because the family knew they could not beat you, your specific family. Now, if you were with an ex at the time, that ex connected with family because they wanted to be more connected, or they wanted to learn more about you, because you're not saying anything, you're private, you're not secretive. But they take your privacy as a form of secrecy. So they think that you're hiding something, if that makes sense. So they went to the family to see what information that they can get from you, and whatever. So I'll put it this way. So again, the holes in your story, or the privacy parts, the private parts of your story that they could not figure out, they filled it with trash. And they thought that trash, or they thought that was the right bone to pick with you, because they thought that if they put you in gossip, or if they put you in some form of a hate space surrounding other people, that you were supposed to be here. So they wanted the gossip to end you. They wanted the gossip to break you down mentally. They wanted the gossip to hurt you emotionally. They wanted the gossip to, effed with you from a physical point of view, things of that nature. This is what they expected, because they knew that you didn't like gossip, and they thought it would break you down in ways you like, and it's like, whatever. It's like, whatever, child. All right, tell me about the identity in reverse. They were very serial about it, if that makes sense. They were trying to annihilate you in many forms. So let's say serial, if you catch my drift. They were very serious about the downfall of who you are, or who they wanted you to be. They wanted to serially, mentally annihilate you. They wanted to emotionally annihilate you. They wanted to physically annihilate you. They wanted to psychologically annihilate you. So it became a serial K of events that this person had to break you down by any means, because the family couldn't do it. The family gave the baton to the ex. and the ex had a person that they're with to come along on the ride to do it towards you, and they could not. Now, whoever the ex is with, whether it's a man or woman, take it how it resonates in your story here, became very jealous because that ex would always speak about you. So if you are a high, vibrant man that are watching me, well, then you had a woman, ex-woman, whatever, that always spoke about you to their person. So that man may wanted to come around and try to argue with you or fight with you. If you're a woman, you were with a man or same sex, whatever, however it resonates. That ex-lover that you were with, now their lover was feeling some type of way and became very jealous of you. So they had their own reasons, but they joined together, band together for the same common denominator, and that was to more so put an ending to you. Man-made disaster. It was like they were trying to lure you in for you to come towards them so they can position themselves as if you were the aggressor. Okay? They know that they could not just draw you out in just a regular way. They had to be more strategic or more thought out plan to get you to actually come towards them. So they use a lot of fraud tactics or a lot of scary tactics to kind of draw you out of your habitat or more so your environment in order for them to have the upper hand. This is how they thought. This is how they presumed that this would have worked out in this way, because they can't come to you. They would love to come to you, but they can't come to you because they know that you would size them up, or you would you be like, what's up? What's up? Eerie phone out. You kind of would match it if you have to. They know that you will match it. And they know that you will win or you will beat them. So they have to be more strategic, and again, to lure you to come towards them so they can prove to others that you were the aggressor and you weren't. That's why they stay far away and talk filth or mess about you. And it's not even true. Imagine somebody gossiping about you and then gossiping nothing but lies about you or filth about you. And they expect you to be drawn into the filth, actually the uncleanliness of who they are. They're expecting you to be drawn into their nastiness, literally, figuratively, metaphorically speaking. And that, to me, this just doesn't make sense. Why are you going closer to filth? Wouldn't you want to walk away from the filth or disconnect from the filth, if that makes sense? What would make you want to go close to the filth and you see it in all of its glory? Make this shit make sense, man. Yeah, they're gonna come, yeah, they're gonna come. You were like, nah, because this is what they truly wanted here. This couple, I don't know, a homicide. They wanted a homicide, is what they wanted. They wanted to lure you to fight them so they can hurt you. That's what they wanted. Out of jealousy. That's what they wanted. That's why they kept trying to pick a bone at you, pick you and bother you and try to get you out of character so you can do something towards them. And then they can be justified in doing something towards you. And it's like, child, please. Man, these people are weird. Yes, it was a love affair. What? So you mean to tell me the collective got to get hurt because the other person has a love affair? What? Oh, Lord, child. So they started to go towards people that can connect with or try to connect with you on a spiritual level because they felt very intimidated by your gifts, your spiritual gifts. They felt very intimidated by your intuition or your discernment here. So they started to pay people to surveil you, or they started to spin a narrative around you to people to stay away from you or to watch out for you. And the reason being is because your intuition started to go off, or your gift started to sound off to where other people are paying attention. Take it how it resonates, okay? And they don't like that. They don't like that because people are going to believe what you are saying versus what they were saying, because what they were saying has turned out to not be true. So people are very apprehensive, or more so up in arms, because what you stated came true and what they stated did not. And what did come true in regards to what you stated was this. When this happened, people pay attention. Yeah. When this happens, oh yeah, people pay attention. Oh, did you hear such and such? Yo, what the? But no, when people see that happening, yeah, they pay attention. So they're paying attention to you, because everything that you've mentioned and stated, the warnings that you gave to them, you told them this is what's going to happen. You said this and this. If you don't stop bothering the collective. Man, they don't know what they talking about. The collective don't know what they talking about. They always talking a whole bunch of jibber jabber. Yip, yip, yap, yap. Yeah, man, whatever, man. Yeah, we can beat them, man. Come on, man. Stop being so scared, man. Stop being the coward. Come on. Yeah, and they told the same people stop being the coward to come towards you. When they came towards you, they ended up here. Let people be. Let them be. Let them be. Let them babies be. What else about this family meeting? Family dynamic of a meeting. Family dynamic of a meeting. What else is going on in the family dynamic of the meeting? It was all about greed. Who can take you down? Well, I'll do this, I'll give you this, and I'll give you that if you can take the collective down. Well, why you can't do it yourself, karmic? I would never understand how one person, has an issue with another person, but you need other people to help you break down or fight down the person that you initially have the issue with. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? A person has an issue with another person, and that person don't even be aware that that person has an issue with them. And then you're upset when the person who they have an issue with finds out that they have an issue with that person. Make it make sense. I don't get it. How are you upset that you don't like the person, but your action shows up visibly for us to see that you don't like the person? Now you're upset and afraid too? What the fuck is this? What are we supposed to do with this information? What are we supposed to do with it? It's boring. It's boring. So now they're puzzled by you because you've spiritually awakened. You will always, let me tell you how spirit, God, universe, creator, divine, however you guys do your thing. Let me tell you how that big fella work up there. Okay? When you ask for assistance, that energy is coming. When you ask for the truth, that energy is coming. We got puzzled and spiritually awakened here. They wanted you to be spiritually asleep so they can beat you up. That's not a fair fight. Nah, that's not a fair fight, and it would never be. They did not want you to be awake because they knew that your energy would have tore their ass up. I had to put it clean, They knew this. This is why they're puzzled, because they didn't know that your strength was this strong. They didn't know that your spiritual abilities or your spiritual gifts were this strong. Somebody's eating eggs or egg salad. So they're puzzled by your strength. a frenemy is completely like, what is that? They've never ever seen any type of, they never seen your type of strength before. It's the best way I can explain it without going too deep. Your resilience is something that is very inspiring. It's very like, wow, that's really cool. That's really dope. Yeah, the karmics are puzzled by you. Y'all all know what happens, not y'all specifically, but you know, when people are very lustful in nature and all they think about is their bottom parts, their unclean bottom parts. I noticed that people who are very lustful, they don't really take a lot of showers and stuff like that. And they're willing to do anything just to get laid or to sleep with, if that makes sense. And this person who they were with, this karmic person that they're in the couple or connection with here, is one that don't like to take care of themselves, but they may have the best whatever. They tend to do a little bit more. They tend to be more open in a filthy manner to get the job done. And that correlation could be spun from many different point of views. Many different point of views. Someone's eating church's chicken or just chicken in general. Someone's planting flowers today. Yeah, a player. A player don't keep... yeah. Ugh. All they do is play with them. Play with themselves. We got clown here. Or they play themselves. This is so crazy. All jealousy. Okay, be jealous. Who cares? That's gonna make you sleep good at night. Be jealous, heifer. So you have started to become more educated and research more of the internal parts of you, meaning that you have been doing a lot of shadow work surrounding yourself, or you've been maintaining a very intimate, healthy space between the connection of your exterior and your interior. You've been basically doing the work, and it's being shown here. So it's put you in a space where you are now more, we'll say, self-educated surrounding who you are or who you're wanting to become, or you're just learning to discover more parts about yourself here. That's where the research comes in. Going back to my notes here, they believed they had identified the right bone to pick, the exact emotional pressure point that would cause you to collapse, apologize, or shrink. So when you were in your hermit mode space, they thought that would have been the right time to see what bone that they can truly pick with you. Because again, when you were away or quiet, they thought that you were afraid of them, and you were not, of course. And they thought because you were, or they assumed that you were afraid of them, they thought that they could, if you ever came back out, that they can utilize the same tired tactics that they were utilizing before. And they did. They went ahead and they did that. They used all the bones that they had from the past, meaning that they wanted you to do things that was going to emotionally make you collapse, or to make you shrink, or to make you apologize for what they've done to you, which is crazy. Yeah, many of us has been in that same boat where, you may have thought that you did something wrong and you didn't do anything wrong at all, but because they gaslight you so much or manipulate you mentally in a way to where you may actually start and apologize, this is what this person wants. And I also made a post yesterday surrounding that. I strongly feel that gaslighting should be, there should be severe criminal charges surrounding gaslighting. And the reason being is because gaslighting is a psychological manipulation of the actual mental space. And it's psychological warfare. And if done in a very long time, or for us, a prolonged circumstances, it can actually change the DNA, or actually change the makeup or the mental makeup as to how people perceive the world or how they perceive themselves. And that also can equate to that person actually having a lot of mental instabilities or creating mental issues, or mental issues being generated from the, we'll say, the extremities of someone gaslighting another person. So I strongly feel that gaslighting should have a lot of severe or harsh, severe consequences surrounding gaslighting or manipulating someone to think something that's true when it's truly not true. Okay, so that's just how I feel about that. So narcissists operate through intimidation and psychological pressure, because if you don't have control of your mind and you lose your mind, literally, figuratively speaking, well, then you're going to lose everything else within yourself as well too. And that's what they're trying to do. They need to get inside of your head in order for you to lose yourself within self. Because remember, you can't escape self. You can't. You can try, you can meditate, you can pray, you can, take your little edible, you can drink, but that's a little temporary thing. A permanent thing is what they wanted for you to be in. They wanted for you to be permanently in your head. That is a mental instability. They wanted your mind to override everything that you feel and everything that you think within yourself. That is a very negative thing or a harmful thing to one's mind or body. That is what they wanted for you. But of course, that's not going to happen, because y'all hopefully y'all in a good space to where you're able to combat these attacks off. So narcissists operate through intimidation and psychological pressure, expecting you to fold so they can claim dominance. They need you to break down mentally first in order for them to claim dominance over you. If they can't claim dominance over you mentally, that means they cannot beat you, which is why I'm going back to my priceless question. Do you know your power? Do you? If you don't know your power, soon you will, because you over here. You gonna learn. You gonna learn yourself, and you gonna learn your power if you're gonna be over here. Yes. Absolutely. Now, if you know your power, then you understand where I'm coming from, if that makes sense. So when the person they targeted instead stands firm, speaks truth, or exposes the manipulation, the entire strategy collapsed. So the entire strategy here was to get as much intel or insight from the family dynamic, whether it's your family or their family, however it resonates. But they needed more insight or more information to figure out how they were going to subdue you or pick the right set of bones to counter tamper with. But if you all look at it here, the bones that you did have from the past, you utilized it, or you created a very strong, sturdy foundation, or i.e., a backbone, so that way if someone tries to hit you in your backbone or kind of push up against your backbone, well, now you created this foundation where you can't, or your backbone can't be broken, or it can't be dismantled, if that makes sense. So they keep trying to hit against it and hit against it and hit against it. And every time they keep doing it, they keep getting themselves hurt, because again, the backbone is the foundational structure as to who you are. Because they told people that you were the one that was going to be here, mental. And no, you're not going to be there, because you're not a mental patient. There's nothing wrong with you mentally, for the ones that resonate, of course. So they tried to create a man-made disaster surrounding jealousy. Now, jealousy is also a psychological warfare as well. It's emotional and it's psychological. It is emotional because when a person sees another person just successful in whatever it is that you are successful in, they tend to become very jealous or envy. That's an emotion that is conjured up or generated because it's something that they cannot have, or is more so something that they cannot do. Okay. Now, when it comes to the mental parts, or the mental stimulation surrounding jealousy, the heart and the mind kind of works together. And whatever the heart is feeling, the mind is going to feel. So if the heart is feeling angry, it's going to shoot up to the mind. Now they're going to start to think of negative things towards you to cause some form of harm towards you. If that makes sense. So this is why it became a man-made disaster, because within their mind and also their heart, they felt the jealousy of you, because you were able to escape, disconnect, whatever, whatever, whatever from these individuals here. And they did not like the fact that you would not stay underneath the control of their fingers, or you keep slipping through their fingers. So they had to create something man-made or something false or something not strong or something not sturdy or more so something weak to ensure that you will fall in line to the landfill that they spread about you. Remember, the trash was supposed to linger when it came to you. The gossip was supposed to linger when it came to you, but you don't resonate with gossip. The gossip that they're saying about you is not true. So this landfill or trash that they thought you were going to get stuck with or in or close to, it didn't work. How are you going to be stuck to filth if you're always keeping yourself clean? Their filth is gossip. Their filth is lying. Your cleanliness is more so truth, staying out the way, telling the truth, being the truth, embodying the truth. So filth is not going to stick to you. It's not. This is what they didn't know or what they didn't understand. That's why they kept going back to the family members for more information in regards to how they can get this filth to stick on you. They tried it sexually. They tried it lustfully. They tried it emotionally. They tried it financially. They tried to buy you with love if they had money. Or they try to use money in a way to make you feel like you needed them. You never needed them. They tried you lustfully as well too. They thought that they thought that the way to your heart was through sex, and it was not. They also tried psychologically. They tried mentally. Hell, they tried spiritually. They tried every part of you that would create your foundation. Every part of you, every part of your foundation of you is solidified. That's why you feel free. That's why you can be free. That's why you don't really have a care in the world for these individuals. You care, but you don't care. You becoming indifferent. So they're mad at you because you don't want their lust. It's not love, it's lust. You don't want the sex? Hell nah. I don't want that funky shit. Hell nah. You don't want that. So they mad at you. Well, I gotta talk about you. Okay, so what do you think that they did when they talk about you? They spoke about you from a place where you shunned them, or they spoke about you from a place where you've completely declined or denied them. You denied them sex? Okay. Well, let me go talk about the collective sex life. Okay, they can talk about it. Who freaking cares? Who cares? Let them talk about it. Oh, the collective won't do it to me and the collective won't be intimate with me. So they went out there and they slandered you sexually because you wouldn't put out, because you wouldn't give them what they were asking or whatever. The same with the finances. Hey, collective, can I have $10? Hey, can I have $20? Hey, can I have $50? And you said, nah, I ain't got it. And you got it, but you're like, nah, I ain't got it. Oh, yeah, and the collective won't give me the money. And before they used to give me the money, and I know the collective is broke, and I know they this not, and the things that they saying, of course, is not true. Whatever you don't give to them is what they speak about. That is the holes in the story that they were trying to fill within you. But the holes didn't fill because it wasn't true. It wasn't true. The secrecy, the privacy of your life, it bothered them to no end that they could not figure out whatever it is that you were doing. So because you didn't want to be intimate with them, they just know for a fact that you out there just slanging and twanging it around, child. And you're not doing any of those things. That's what they thought. That's where gossip comes from, a thought. They think of a thought and they just, and they just start going at it. And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? They said, what now? The karmic said, what now? Man, that shit ain't true. Oh, that ain't true. Nah, you not mad? Why would I be mad at something that's not true? Come on. Then they want to talk about you financially. You ain't got nothing because you refuse to give them something. So that automatically equates to you not having anything. Okay, if that makes them sleep good at night, Who cares? What's the next one? Then they may talk about you physically. You may say, "Hey, can you take?" They'll ask you, "Hey, can you take me to the grocery store? Can you take me wherever?" However, nah, I'm tired. Oh yeah, and they gained all this weight, man, and they lost all this weight, and and they probably sick now, like things like that. So whatever you refuse to give to them, they filled your life with gossip or trash that was not true because they needed that to stick. And it didn't. Griminess and dirtiness will never stick to someone that's clean. Clean in spirit, clean physically, clean spiritually, clean financially, clean emotionally, clean mentally, clean psychologically. It would never stick. That's why they needed 2 dodo birds instead of 1. Where's the dodo birds? They needed 2 people to come together to do this because the family couldn't. And whose fault is that? That they can't beat you. Yeah, that's you. Look at you, collective. Look, boo, that's you. Just changing shit around. You know, you wielding your energy, your power, okay, your manifestations, your prayers, however way y'all do y'all thing, all right. But you are the magician in this MF, yes, and people are seeing that within the community. That's why people don't want to fuck with you, okay. That's why. That's exactly why nobody don't want to mess with you. Because they think you do too much. Shit, if anything, you ain't doing enough. You're doing just right. Shit. So this is why they feel, because all the energies had backfired onto them. This is why they think you're doing something to them. And you're not doing anything to them. They're doing it on their own. You're literally just sending their energy back. That's all you're doing. You're just sending what they send to you back. I mean, what's the issue? Fair exchange ain't no robbery. You got every right to protect yourself. You can protect yourself and know nothing bad is going to happen to you. I promise you. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. You got every right to protect yourself. I promise. Yeah, I promise you. You're going to be all right. See? You are the employee of the divine. The employer gives you your payments. The employer gives you your love. The employer gives you your recognition. The employer gives you work to do. The divine gives you work to do. The creator gives you work to do. That's the employer. You are the employee, if that makes sense. What I got to do now? All right. All right. And when you do your job well, when you learn your lesson from the experiences, you are handsomely rewarded. You are compensated. Yes, you are. However it resonates. You can be compensated financially. You can be compensated in a mental space, in a very healthy mental space, in a healthy physical space, in a healthy, I think I said spiritual, emotional, psychological, however way it sees fit for you to be and to do. But the more work that you do on self, the more that you are rewarded by the work that you have done. You one of the creator's top I don't want to say worker. I'll say top employee. Yes, you are. You the top of the top, boo. Yes, you are. We have madman here. And it's making this person go really insane here because they can't beat you. They drug out all of your bones. And I know what bone I'm going to pick to mess with the collective. Yep, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do that one. You're like, okay. And they're like, yeah. And you're sitting there like, who's this bozo? Oh, yeah. What's wrong with the car? And you just, you know what I mean? You just watch them like, you all right there, little fella? And they looking at you like, are you all right? Why you ain't falling down and crying? Why you ain't hurting yourself? Why you ain't calling me back? Why you ain't begging to be back for me? Because, ew, we got a toxic family here. Baby. You're in no communication with these individuals here. They're going to call you when this becomes too unbearable. That will be the confirmation for whoever resonates. Okay? So if you haven't spoken to these individuals in years, the main reason why they call you is because they cannot escape the karma. They will. You will get some form of correspondence. It's so toxic. Yes. It has weakened them from their roots, their core, who they are. Yeah, this spell work has backfired in the roots, in the origin of things. They can't escape that. They cannot. I mean, they can try, but we have depression here. Yep, they will not be able to rest. Could be a Sagittarius, that's an alcoholic. They can drink themselves into oblivion. That is the justice. They're narcissistic in nature. They may succumb to alcohol poisoning because of jealousy. They're jealous of you or were jealous of you, however it resonates. Yeah, they have addiction. Someone that thinks that they're a high priestess and they're not. High priestess is in reverse. Yeah, hidden agenda. Weird. Praise in praise in reverse. Shocking message is upright. Tower moment. They're a danger to themselves. Praise in reverse. The secret lover is also going through things as well too. Who's a liar? They're fake rich. They're also going through things too. So the couple, this couple who thought that they were better than you, who cares? Let them think what they want to think. They can think what they want to think. That's all them. Who cares? But they can't beat you. We know that clearly, because whatever you doing, whatever prayer that you're doing, whatever mantra, whatever that you're doing, boo, it's really hitting hard. It really is. They wait specifically during the night time to hit you is when they try to do it. They wait till you sleep, and when they think that you're sleeping, and then they in the middle of the night, like a little mouse that they are. Because again, when you turn the light on the mouse starts to scurry away, it starts to run away. If that makes sense. So when you turn on the light of your truth and you shine it right on their darkness, they can't handle it. They scurry away. And you making these people scurry, boo. They're very shocked by your abilities, or they're shocked by your energy. Yeah. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. I'm just saying. Hey. Could be a Libra. You could be. Or they could be. We got Cancer. Thank you. Well, I like that. Thank you, baby. You could be a Cancer. They could be a Cancer. Thank you. Virgo. You could be a Virgo. They could be a Virgo. Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius. They could be an Aquarius. Sag. You could be a Sag. They could be a Sag. We have Capricorn. Virgo. Sag. Taurus. Leo. Scorpio. Thank y'all. Capricorn. All right. So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Yesterday I didn't come on because I had the workshop. It went extremely well and I was so excited. I didn't come on yesterday, so that's why. But I do have another live that I want to do, so I'm gonna see if I have time so I can come on here. I have private reads I have to do now, but don't forget to grab this copy of this book here, Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It is readily available for purchase on Amazon.com. Again, thank you so much for your immense support. It is truly appreciated. I will see you guys on the next live. All right, mwah. Take care. Go out there, be freaking great, because you are here to thrive and not survive. All right, love you guys. Take care. See ya. Thank you. Love, love. Thank y'all. Love, love, love.